Hey guys, Soundjack from Nerdy Geek Talk here, the source for all your nerdy geeky needs. We're here with episode 38 of Steel City Bots. Joining me tonight are Christabella. How are you? Jared, how are you doing?
Doing good.
Okay, that's better. That's definitely better than what I first heard. And Miguel, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty alright.
That's good. Good to hear. Eric is not here because he is on vacation to Tennessee, and he thought he would have better internet access in time to record for Steel City Bots than he does. So he's not here again.
Rip.
And also Tanner's not here. But
Those
we.
reasons.
Well, what reasons? Because I was just going to say I don't think any of us know why he's not here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's definitely a reason why he's not here, but we do not know what the reason is. But let us get started with the history lesson of the week. And the history lesson for today, the day we are recording, June 4th, 1956. It is the birthday of Keith David, who voiced Barricade in the first Transformers movies film, the first Transformer films game. The Michael Bay ones, not the 86 one. But there was no Barricade in that, so you shouldn't have been confused. I only picked this one purely because there wasn't a whole lot else that was more interesting. Like Keith David and I here is a cool guy and a great actor. Voice actor. But it is a bit relevant with some of the news bits we've got coming up later on, so that's why he's here, because Barricade is relevant to what's coming up in the news. But before we get to the news, what did everyone get this week? Jared, what did you get?
So, I ordered the, let's see, what do I do? Okay, I ordered the, Wave 2 Voyagers from Studio Series, so I ordered, Megatron, Revenge of the Fallen, and Brawl from the first Michael Bay movie. And I also ordered the Wave 3 Deluxes from Power of the Primes, so I will be completing the Abominus combiner from Power of the Primes, and I cannot wait for that to happen.
Lucky.
I would say all three of their names, but I can't remember all their names off the top of my head because that's
Cutthroat and Sinner Twin.
Thank you. And also, I got a high school diploma. Woo!
School's out for summer. Anyway, congratulations on your diploma. But so, besides the things you have ordered, you did not actually get any Transformers this week. Is that my understanding?
Correct.
All right, good to know. All right, Chris.
Next week, though.
Chris, what did you get?
Wishing to die. No, but for real. Hold on, let me just open up the show notes. Well, I'll tell you what I just got was a required password change from Twitter because I am apparently a robot again. Beep boop bop.
Beep bop does not compute.
That literally just happened as we were starting this show, and I had the mini heart attack because I thought I got suspended for some unlawful reason. I don't know. I'm kind of out of my brain right now. I'm sorry. Anyway, my mouth. I got this week. I'll start with the Transformer stuff, and then do the non-Transformer stuff. That's still related. Again, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to drop out of this before we're done because I just not feel good. I got a Power of the Primes Wave 3 Voyager Inferno. And he's awesome. And I've been comparing him to my G2 Inferno, and he's nice.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good, and I like the torso mode, even though it is just recolored for Defensor torso. I kind of like it more than Hotspot's version of it, so
Mhm.
I think I have my new Defensor if I ever need one.
Nice.
And then at a garage sale, I got like a little McDonald's Happy Meal. What I'm assuming is Beast Machine's Scorponok.
I think.
Or if not Scorponok, a Scorpion bot.
What colors are it? Is it? Is it like?
I thought I sent a picture.
I don't think you did.
Oh.
Is it like blue, red, and gold?
I know the kind of like purpley legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually like a Trains Metal Scorponok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just weird, but okay. We'll roll with it.
Okay, I'll find him later and send a picture. I also at that same garage sale, I got a bunch of like late 80s, early 90s Legos. But that's unrelated. It was just a really nice haul.
Yeah.
Then for the because I think that's all the Transformer stuff I have in hand. I'm supposed to be receiving, hopefully this week, a Rodimus Unicronus from Zeus, because I've paid him for it and he needs to send it. I'm not shaming anyone on the show right now. No, give me my Rodimus Zeus. But things I do have in hand are all 6 of the Jaegers from Pacific Rim 2.
Solid.
Yes, I thought about getting all of them in one swoop, but I was like, you know what? My friends say these are good, but I want to know for myself, so I'm just going to get the 3 I like the most. So for my first bundle, I got Gypsy Avenger, a Saber Athena, and then the black guy. What's his name?
Obsidian Fury.
Yeah, Obsidian Furry, that guy. And I loved them so much. They're so great and posable, and they're really fun. And so I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to get the rest of them. So I went back the very next day. I went to the bookstore 3 days in a row for different shopping trips.
Nice.
So I got the last 3. And they're nice too. I kind of like the what's it called? Alpha Bravo. You know who I'm talking about, though.
The
Red and white one.
Yeah, Guardian Bravo.
Guardian Bravo, right. That was close.
Yeah, you were. You got the Bravo.
I think of those second 3, he's probably my favorite.
Mhm.
Of the first 3, probably Obsidian.
Nice.
But they're all 3 like close tie because they're all amazing. I love Athena. Her legs, especially her thighs, really remind me of Asuka's plug suit from Evangelion.
Mm-hmm.
Like those black stripes just put me in that mindset.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit here and smile and nod like I know what you're talking
You
about.
will watch Evangelion, trust me, it's good. Alyssa, if you're listening, make this man watch Evangelion. Anyway, so the reason I went to the bookstore for the first time around was for the last thing I'm going to talk about real quick. I got Digivolving Spirits Metal Garurumon. And he is nice. He has very sharp, pointy bits. I actually drew blood. He's a good toy, though. I have the original one from way back in the day, the original Digivolving Metal Garurumon, and there were so many loose joints that you just can't make him stand up in Metal Garurumon mode. He's just a limp noodle. Like, imagine every ball joint wear problem you've ever had on a toy fresh out of the box.
Oof.
And on
So
all 4 legs were like thin or like weak plastic supporting a very heavy torso.
So Steel
With
Bane
little
except
balls.
without. So Steel Bane except without the heavy torso bit.
I would not know. I would not know. I don't have that one.
Yeah, I mean Steel Bane was just pile of loose balls and joints.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
Skeletron. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly that. Only bigger.
yeah.
But this one fixes that, just like all the others so far have fixed that same problem of weak joints. And I've got all three of them on my Xbox right now. I've got Wargreymon, Metal Gurumon, and Diaboromon.
Nice.
Now I need is an Omnimon, which does not exist yet. But I need that to complete that movie aesthetic.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm like positive that's all that I got
Mm-hmm.
for this week.
All right.
So I'm gonna pass it off and then pass out. Good night.
Good night. So, Eric, what did you get? That is a very loud passing out, Chris.
What?
Y-
Oh, I had my hand on my mic. No
Ye-
wonder.
yeah. Anyway, Eric, what you get this week? No reception. That's all right. So, Miguel, what you get this week?
Like Chris, I had the pleasant fortune of finding a Inferno in stores, and he's really nice. It almost like too nice. Just the combination of the red and the new head sculpt. He really wears that mold well. I haven't transformed him yet, so I can't really comment on either the torso mode or the vehicle mode. Although one of the things that is annoying is that his prime armor feet things, they on the box they show them plugging onto his arms, but all you can really do is rest them in the crevices of his arms, or at least I haven't figured out a way to actually get them to plug in anywhere.
Another thing about that is that the ones on the box are not the ones you get in the box.
No, whichever feet he comes with. I think he's shown on the box with the Abominus feet, but he comes with the Starscream feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Soul Scream feet, which is bolt poop.
Okay, interesting. Also, where did you two get your Power of the Primes Infernos?
Walmart.
I found mine at a Target.
I think my Target had him, but somebody already got him because they had a Grimlock that wasn't there before.
Mm-hmm.
So far what I've been seeing online is that people's Targets have been restocking with Wave 3, and then Walmarts have been restocking with either Wave 2, Wave 3, or both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So there are people who are finding mountains of Hungers and Elita ones, and then a few Infernos scattered.
Dang.
Oh my god, why is this not... Oh my god, I need more money.
So thinking that the scarcity on those two, at least from Wave 2, is going to be over. I need to find another Inferno, though, because as much as I originally my intent was to use him as the body for the cab that I have from the Gajinrai set that came with Cab and Minerva. But then upon getting it, I'm like, this is so nice. I might want to find a second one and then use that. Because they have on Shapeways, you can already get the adapter that you screw off bits, remove the head and the neck assembly, and then you put in the Shapeways one, and it'll make it Titanmaster compatible. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for someone, hopefully, to make him a new chest that's more akin to his, because Cab has, and Hose Head have specific detailing on their chests, and also extra wheels that you could easily finagle onto the torso, since that chest plate's on friction pegs, so it's easy to remove. Okay. Although one thing I learned is that for anyone who ever wanted to print anything on Shapeways, there was this one material that people it became really popular with people because it was the closest thing to actual ABS plastic. Black acrylate, I think was what the name. Apparently, they discontinued it last month.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
it was too too costly, not cost effective to print stuff on that material. So unfortunately, it's gone. I wish I knew that because I would have ordered stuff
before
ahead of time.
Yeah.
But it's fine. But yeah, Inferno is really good. Also, I like Jared. I pre-ordered, or not even pre-ordered. I ordered. They'll be arriving probably within the week. Wave 3 deluxes for Power of the Primes. In the midst of ordering them off of the Chosen Prime, they have 3-pack of the Terracons, and then they had the full 4 figures for only $10 more. So for $10 more, you'd get the Jazz in that wave. While I was ordering the 3-pack, it sold out. So then I went ahead and just ordered the 4-pack because I was like, for $10 for peace of mind and not having to keep looking around or even look at stores because who knows how the distribution will be on Wave 3.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather just do this now, have them and everything. Since earlier, I believe last week, they showed up on both Ages 3 and Up and Toy Dojo, and I missed both of those. So third shot, I was like, I'm going to take it now before these things don't appear until like the end of July.
Yeah.
So that's fun. And then the last thing that I got, which came in the mail a couple days ago, ordered for myself a BotCon 2015 Oil Master. A while back, I picked up Magnificus, and in Magnificus's comic that he comes, or comic that if you, I think, ordered it initially, he came with this big comic, which shows him being hunted by Oil Master before the BotCon version came out, and they've always sort of been a little paired to me. So I was like, oh, well, now that I have him, I used to have the Oil Master mold as double Pretender Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I sold that off ages ago, and I was like, well, I liked the concept, I liked the figure and everything. I might as well pick it up again, but pick it up as the guy it was originally intended as. So ordered that, came in, really nice set. Nicer than, like, overall, I think it's a nicer package, or at least the QC on it is better than what it was on my Prime. Mm-hmm. My Prime had some weird QC, specifically with the Tiny Optimus. So the Swerve recolor that comes in with Oil Master is fine. The Oil Master Pretender shell is a bit loose in one arm, but it's not anything that's terrible. It's not like it's free, like, spinning.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty good. That pretty much sums up what I got this week. Next week will probably be much more exciting once I have hopefully both Jared and I at that point will be able to speak on Abominus.
Yep.
If someone finds another listing for the Wave 3 Deluxes, please let me know.
Hey, I tried to tell you guys, but you were at work.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
Although, also to be fair, when Jared was sharing it, he was being very cryptic. He was just like, I bought some stuff.
You were. Miguel was the one that was like, hey, I get it. Chosen Prime's got it. If I remember the conversation.
You mentioned the Chosen Prime. All you mentioned were the Voyagers and the fact that where you bought them from. And I think I was on the site or something, and I saw them, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then, eventually we both were like, yeah, they're there, go. And then Soundjack popped in and was like, I was at work, and I'm like, they're sold out.
Yeah, you were like, they were sold out, and I was just like, no, I just got out of work. I was still driving home for work, and I was at a stoplight, and I heard the beep from the phone, and I was like, no. Yeah, oh well.
Well, I give you guys a very good hint of what I actually got at Chosen Prime, because I took a picture of Hunger and sent it, so...
And again, I was still at work. That wasn't affecting me at all.
Yeah, it's still out.
Anyway, enough salt. Enough salt.
Yep.
Yes, Soundjack, enough salt.
Wait for Eric.
Enough salt for me. But onto what I got. So for the first items I got are a story, and they are also items that won't be mine for long. They will eventually be getting sent over to Chris. But
Huh? What? Heard my name.
these two, I'm about ready to talk about these two.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. So, I think it might have been 2 weeks ago from now. When we were getting ready to record, Chris mentioned that she found a little blue truck transformer that she could not place, and she sent us pictures, and we weren't able to place it. So we were just like, it's not a transformer, it's not a GoBot, what could it be? So Wednesday, I went to my local comic book shop and I picked up Requiem of the Wreckers. And then I was driving back home, and I was just driving down the avenue from the comic book shop, and I passed by the stores that have been there for years, and I took a look to the right a bit, and I was like, wait, retro collector? And I was like, collectible toys, collectible games? Ooh, that's interesting. So I turned around, looked at the sign. They said they were closed. I came back later to check out what this was about. They have a lot of nice Transformers. They have a lot of nice video game stuff going on, and I just had a couple of questions about things. The owners there were very nice, and I'm just leaning over the counter because they're like double checking a price online or something, and I looked down in the cabinet and I saw 2 Minicons and 2 die-cast metal cars that look like they can transform, and I did a double take, and I saw the little blue truck dude that Chris was asking about. And I asked them, I was like, what is it, you guys? And they were like, they first were saying it was a GoBot. I'm like, wait, no. I couldn't find anything about him, but the other guy they were able to find info about. And apparently, these two are converters, which were another transforming robot toy line brought to the U.S. The ones we got, the only ones we got were very simple, and they were just basically fold the back out to form legs, pull out arms, and then stand it up, and you're done. So, and they don't even have proper names. Like the blue dude with the yellow chest and a shockwave-like face is just called a wagon. And then there's this other LeBaron open-top silver car with green seats and a green chest and a Tigertron-looking face, and his name's apparently Baron. Baron's also missing his arm, but I mean, yeah,
Wah, wah.
neat. They are neat, though they also commented they definitely do not go for much. But regardless, they are neat and they are interesting, and I'm very pleased that story got a resolution very quickly.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, maybe not the story I was telling did not get to the conclusion quickly for you listeners, but in terms you understand what I'm saying. For Chris, the story ended up quickly. But also this past week, I got Target was having a buy $50 worth of toys, get $10 off. So my store had a Grimlock. It's $49.99. They had a spring load. I picked up a spring load. And with that $10 off and my employee discount, I managed to knock both of them down to $43 after tax. Which I say, yay. Though my Grimlock's horn, robot mode horn, is wrong. I'm not sure if it's supposed to have 2 holes in it, but it has 2 holes at the base of the horn. And it looks like it's supposed to go through the pin that's in his head is supposed to go through the middle hole, but it's going through the upper hole. And so when I pulled it out of the box, the horn wouldn't straighten up all the way. So I pulled it and then it pulled off, but I'm like still able to get it to hold with friction. so it's standing up straight. But that's a tad annoying that I've not been having great luck with my Studio Series leader figures. But yeah, so I got them. I got all of them. Spring Load is also very neat. And yeah, that's all I got. And Tanner never gets anything. Though, according to Jared, he got something at some point when they were last hanging out. But he hasn't been on the show to talk about it, so he still got nothing. So, moving on to news. First bit's kind of just a brief note. Miguel was mentioning before about how Jazz is a repackage within the rest of the Wave 3 Terracons. And it is good to note that there is a Tampograph variant identified for the Wave 3 re-release, removing some Cybertronian text that caused a...
It's controversial.
Yes, that was controversial and caused a stir in the fandom.
Also, if anyone has been listening to all the episodes since we first mentioned this, I totally called this.
Yeah.
Back when this issue first came up.
I mean, I
called
think
that by Wave 3 or Wave 4, we'd have a reissue that would have that removed.
I mean, I think a lot of people had figured that, but I mean, you were still right. You did guess that.
Of course I was right. I'm Krista freaking Bella. I'm always right.
But yeah, I mean, after that kind of news got out, a running change is not surprising.
Yes.
But I think we knew from the PowerPoint slide from last year that leaked like this year's toy line that we were already getting Jazz in Wave 3. If I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that was the case. So it was just kind of inevitable. But moving along, interesting bit of news. There's a convention known as Pete's Robot Convention that happens every year. And sometimes they have some interesting stuff going on. And one of their interesting pieces that they have shared through Jesse Wittenrich, is that they have a resin pre-production piece for Beast Machine's Megatron featuring a maskless face sculpt, which was not what the toy did. And also, apparently, it was supposed to be considered for a deluxe size figure rather than the basic size figure that the Beast Machine's Megatron had, if I'm correct.
It was a mega.
It was a mega? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It came in the horizontal boxes and was very small.
Oh, okay. Huh. It looks small to me. That might be why I didn't think it was mega.
No, it's a tiny guy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's neat. You guys think that's cool, or do you think that was lame?
I was not paying attention. I'm sorry.
It's definitely Beast Machine's pre-production stuff and like stuff we didn't get is always interesting for me because it feels like a line that a lot of that sort of stuff happened. Like at one point they were considering a deluxe Obsidian. I've heard rumors and stuff of like other things that once they sort of just decided to cancel the line, never saw the light of day. Like we eventually saw Air Attack Optimus Primal and the Grand Mall Deluxe.
Yes.
But apparently there were like more things that were considered that never made it out. So seeing stuff like this is always neat, especially for that Beast Machine's Megatron design, just because I love that. I love that design with the cloak and everything, and I wish somehow someone could do it justice where it could turn from the cloaked version into the TM2, like the altered TM2 body. I would love if someone were to figure out a way to pull that off.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you at all, Miguel. because I was transforming the converter's wagon, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a spider in his cockpit.
There's a what?
Is it alive?
There's a dead spider
I see it. Ah!
in the cockpit.
I don't want it anymore. I don't want it.
First of all,
Kill it.
it's sealed. It's pretty sealed. So A, how did it get in there? And B, how long has it been in there?
Jack, before you send that to me, get it out.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I just made anyone deaf, but I hate spiders, and I am not in a good state of mind right now. So
I'm sorry for that, Christabella.
That's amazing.
The legs! I can see the legs! Oh god, the spindly little...
And you know, I thought a story of a we having spiders in it was bad, but I mean, spiders in your Transformers, who would have expected? And I also have the title for this week's episode.
Is it Chris effing hates spiders?
Nah, it's spiders in my Transformers. It's more likely than you'd think.
I like that. Put in parentheses. Chris effing hates spiders.
Maybe not that. Maybe not that in the title. Maybe in the probably in the description. Probably in the description though. Go read the description and see if that made it into this description, guys. If you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Hate spiders.
Anyway, sorry, I got us off track. Is there anything else you wanted to say about that, Miguel?
I forgot where I was at this point. The listeners have heard. I'm pretty sure I made my point. The listeners have listened to it, so it's fine.
I'm sorry, Jared. You had anything to say about Beast Machine's Megatron's face? I'll take that as a no. Moving on. Other briefs.
Sorry.
Jared?
I did the thing again.
You were muted, weren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Did you have any other comments about Beast Machine's Megatron?
No.
Okay, cool. Next up, we discussed this briefly. Wait, is this? Oh, this. Okay. I didn't actually read the whole article. But last week we mentioned about the Optimus Prime G1 statue that has the cartoon-like Transformers Devastation paint job. We now have a retail price for that. It is $159.99.
Oh.
With dimensions being 10.5 inches tall, 6.5 inches wide, and 11 inches deep, with making it possible to make it 13 inches tall, as it also has a swap-out energy axe arm attachment.
Oh, neat.
Mm.
And it features swap-out parts to offer collectors multiple display options. So, that's expensive, so I ain't getting that. Also, the product page for it went live this past Sunday, the 3rd. So if you want it, you can go get it now.
It's available.
Yeah, it's available if you want to spend $160 on a statue. So, after seeing this price tag, is anyone else interested in this? Anyone want to get it, I mean?
Maybe.
I'm kind of leaning towards it. You might be seeing me talking about this figure soon, once it comes out.
Okay.
I can't promise anything, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting to note.
Mm-hmm.
Also interesting to note is Australia has been screwed in getting Masterpiece Shadow Panther. I guess it's I'm not completely familiar with the story, but from my understanding, the orders for the Masterpiece Shadow Panther were through TRU Australia, and TRU Australia has sent an email to everyone that was planning on ordering it, saying that they're not getting it, the figure is canceled, as well as they're not getting their money back, if I am correct. Right? That's right, Miguel, correct?
Anyone who ordered through Toys R Us, Australia won't be getting it. Sorry.
Yeah. Was there another way to order it for Australians, or was that the only way?
through TRU Australia.
So if you couldn't, so the only way to get for the Australians to get it from an Australian retailer was through TRU Australia.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, Australians, you're not getting your money back for however much you put on Shadow Panther, and that kind of sucks because Shadow Panther is neat, and if that's your thing, that would suck to not get. But for new figures or other figures that you could get instead of it, Takara Tomy has listed their upcoming products for November that they'll be releasing in November. And while most of them are the standard Power of the Primes figures imports that were expected, there is a new figure among this list. TF Encore returns Convoy, or a re-release of Air Attack Optimus Primal. With a price tag of 2,000 yen, and apparently having new voice clips from the Japanese version of the show. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. But very least, who would want it is my question. And also, hopefully it does not suck as the Fire God Convoy, the Godfire Convoy Encore release that happened earlier this year that Miguel was a sufferer at the hands of. So, yeah. That's just interesting. And kind of notable. Now getting into a couple of more notable things. Voice actor for Barricade, Jess Harnell has confirmed that Barricade will be in the Bumblebee movie. So that's interesting. And
Hear you, ladies and 217.
I don't think that's going to happen in this movie. It'd be incredibly surprising if that was a quote in this movie. Also, please just let this be a reboot and just ignore the rest. Please. That's all I ask.
It is possible. Sorry.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. Miguel has shared a picture with us that it seems like he photoshopped in very quick time. But we will get to that in a bit, actually. You'll be surprised. That's actually going to be relevant later on in the show. But yeah, Bumblebee Barricade will be in the Bumblebee movie. And while we're talking about the Bumblebee movie, two other articles of news for the Bumblebee movie. Actress Haley Steinfeld returns for the Bumblebee movie reshoots, which are apparently happening. There's apparently going to be some reshoots that are happening with the movie. The director, Travis Knight, has said that he was in the process of adjusting the movie to address test audience feedback from that was in November. I remember reading an article saying when the test shoot was, but I don't see it on this article, but I'm pretty sure it was in November. So there's a few reshoots that are happening in response to it, but it is still expected to be released on its intended release date in December. And on top of that, with the movie coming out later this year, we are finally going to be getting our first teaser trailer for the Bumblebee movie that will be released Tuesday, June 5th. I'd say tomorrow, by the time this goes up, the trailer might have already been released. So go check that out if you haven't, if it's live by the time this goes out. Are you guys ready for the first trailer for this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's a good one. I'm hoping, please come on. Please.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's of the same caliber as the that original teaser for the first one. You know?
Mm,
Do you remember that very first teaser of like the rover on Mars? And, like,
barely, because I was barely into Transformers by that point. I did get started with Cybertron, but I wasn't aware of the Transformers movie until my dad took me to see it.
yeah, that was. I remember that left a huge impact on me,
Yeah.
And
then just yeah.
my memory is a little clouded, but I do remember seeing that trailer of like the Mars rover and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now I definitely remember it.
Yeah. All I ask.
I hope it's good.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Not just better than the other Michael Bay films, just very good Transformers film.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. Shouldn't be that hard.
No.
Shouldn't be that hard. It's the sixth one. There's gotta be one that's better than all of the others. But moving away from the movieverse, let's get into some toy stuff. Potentially generation stuff. The first article we are going to be talking about is a few listings on Amazon for Transformers product, but we don't know anything about them besides their names. And the names are Transformers Toilet Troop, Techie Team, Greaser Gang, and Jock Squad, with each of those listings ranging from $10 to $15 USD. Or $10 to $15 in American money. There again, no other information except a very generic description of what Transformers is. The T-Formers article does theorize that these could be Micromaster squads, because that's how one of the new subline, one of the new size classes is going to be the Micromasters. So it's entirely possible that these troops, teams, gangs, squads will be the new versions of the patrols that the Micromasters came out as. I'm just going to say, if that's the case, I'm confused why they're ranging from $10 to $15 if we're assuming the Micromaster size class is going to be $5, unless the Micromaster class has 2 figures per pack. Does anyone else want to theorize, speculate about what these items could be?
I got no idea as to what they could be.
Miguel, you got anything? Miguel?
I think his mic is dead because he just typed no clue.
Oh, okay. You got... Alright, I'm waiting for Miguel to finish typing. Oh, there's a lot of noise.
noise.
Hi,
Hi, Oreo. That's Miguel's dog.
Okay.
I'd be willing to bet it's the dog.
Yeah, I would bet so too.
Probably.
Yeah, but Miguel's got no idea.
Thank you. He says sparing the listeners.
Oh, it's his sister apparently, not his dog.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting.
I have been that sister, so I completely understand.
I have no sisters, so I have no worries.
Same.
I have neither brothers. I don't have brothers as well, so I'm completely worry-free about human beings involved in being ruckuses in the background.
I am the ruckus. I am the danger. I am the night.
I am Darkwing Duck.
I am about to freaking die.
Anyway, moving on to more specifically defined Generations toy line news. We also got new details about from Amazon as well about Special Edition Repugnus. From how it's described, it's titled as a Titan's Return toy, and not only includes a Prime Master, but also a Titan Master. The Prime Master is Solus Prime, and the Titan Master partner is going to be called Dastard.
Wow.
Yeah. So the listing on Amazon calls out Premium Deco. Premium Deco. Hold on. What is the right way to say that word now? I'm now confused.
Deku.
That it's not
What?
Deku. That's something in in Legend of Zelda. I mean.
No, that's from Boku no My Hero Macadamia.
Macadamia?
My Hero Macadamia Nut. Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, Premium Premium color scheme and special edition packaging. So it sounds like Titans Return RC and Grotesque in terms of release. And since San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, it is possible that will be a tied-in... Well, again, the T-Formers are speculating. We don't know. It is possible that could be another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, just like RC was. No, RC was New York Comic-Con, and then Grotesque was... No, RC was New York Comic-Con, Grotesque was HasCon? Or am I backwards? No. One of the two. You know, the people out there know the truth. People out there know which one came out which.
Yeah.
So, why RC was HasCon? Thank you, Miguel. I just got when those shows occurred backwards. I remembered RC came out first. I just forgot which was which. But interesting things on that, though. If Repugnus is a Titans Return figure with a Time Master, it is likely he is yet another retool of the Double Cross mold, so that all of the monster bots straight up have shared the same base mold with various differences. So I'm very excited to see how they pull Repugnus out of that mold. Though, I mean, it's entirely possible, but I'm just very excited to see it. Dastard, again, like as Double Cross and Repugnus's, Grotesque's heads were based off of beast formers or battle beasts. It's possible Dastard will probably be a battle beast as well. And then the last thing to really note is that it's including a Solus Prime figure, which is a figure we're getting released in the main Power of the Primes toy line anyway, and still doesn't tell us how we're going to get a Prima, an Amalgamus, or a Nexus figure for the Prime Masters.
Maybe that was just a typo. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I think it makes sense since while Blastoff hasn't received any updates, it's been stated he's going to be coming with Megatronus. So since that is going to be like a clear plastic version of Megatronus, who is also getting a regular retail release, so it's entirely possible that while there are quite a number of deluxe-sized figures getting special exclusive releases, they're not going to come with any of the Prime Masters we're missing. So if we are getting them, we are getting them another way, which is also supported with Wreck-Gar coming not with a Prime Master, but with his Generations figures accessory, which is unfortunate. And then likely that means Counterpunch. It'd be very surprising if he got one of the three Prime Masters we are missing. I would think. If not, it would also be weird because it'd probably be the same like special Prime Master, so it wouldn't even fit with the regular Prime Masters. So I don't know, but I'm ready for Repugnus. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready for Repugnus. You ready for Repugnus, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's all we have for news. So next up, we have pretty pre-orders. Jared, what do we have for pretty pre-orders this week?
All right, so bear with me. I can't remember if we actually did this yet or not, but
Me neither, but
pretty
go ahead.
yeah. The pretty pre-orders for this week is MP29 Plus, which is Masterpiece Shockwave and his G1 toy colors.
Yeah.
Or G1.
We have definitely talked about it on the show before, but I'm not sure if we've ever talked about the pre-orders for it. So yeah, we did talk about it. We got this revealed a while ago. Toy color Shockwave, which some people have been saying this is just a better purple for Shockwave. And I do agree with that. I do very much agree with that. If I got Masterpieces, this would probably be the version I would get, but I don't get Masterpieces, so I will not be getting it. Is anyone here going to be getting it? Besides, well, actually, Christabella, are you getting another version of Shockwave?
Another version of that would assume I have the original though.
Well,
which I sadly don't.
Oh, okay. Whoops. I don't know
but
why.
I want this so hard. Shockwave is my husband. If anyone out there listening, if you do art, I'm sorry to divert this real quickly. If you do art, if you could draw a picture of me glomping an unamused but tolerant Shockwave, I would pay you in hugs and in cash because I need this in my life. But as for the toy, yes, I really would like to get this.
Okay. So, moving on.
Alright.
Unless Miguel is able to speak and can voice his thoughts about if he's going to order this Shockwave or not. Oh. Instead of responding about Shockwave, Miguel is telling us that there has been breaking news in regards to Studio Series Wave 2, which has been spotted in Walmarts in South Carolina and Florida. Miguel, is it Deluxes and Voyagers, or just one or the other?
Specifically the Voyagers. The Voyagers have been spotted. They've been popping up. What is it? For the past week on like Amazon sporadically, and then some of the online retailers have gotten them. But now they seem to be hitting just general retail, which is good because hopefully it'll cross with some sales or something, so they'll be easier to stomach. Or I can hoard a bunch of Megatrons and somehow create the monstrosity that I made in Photoshop.
Thanks to my stupid idea.
Yeah, and we will be talking about this later, so don't worry, Miguel. Just hold on to that thought a little longer. And
Oh my god, I'm seeing this for the first time!
we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. We will talk about it in this episode. Don't worry. But before we get to that, we got two more things to get to. Chris, what is the question of the week?
Question of the week was something Starscream related. I couldn't remember what it was. So I'm just going to type my own. I'm going to read real quick while I'm looking for the original. Hold on.
Okay.
Everyone always asks, where is Starscream? Never, how is Starscream? What's the actual... Oh, here, actual question. Why is Starscream the best? Short answer. He's not. Kidding.
How dare.
I'm kidding. Eats joke. Oh, I can do that better. Eats joke. Okay, I give up. I can't imitate Mario. Anyone else want to give that one an answer?
Repeat the question to me, honestly.
Why is Starscream the best? And this was Eric wanted me to do this one, so.
I'm surprised he wanted you to do this one because obviously he thinks Bisque is the best. However, unfortunately, Starscream, while he's a great character, especially on different continuities, Armada Starscream's great, Cybertron Starscream's great, Animate Starscream's great, Prime Starscream's great, IDW Starscream's great. None of them beat Soundwave. Just gotta say that right up front.
Yeah, nobody beats Shockwave.
Soundwave.
Well, that's your opinion. That's my opinion.
That's completely fair.
For me, why is Starscream the best? Simple. Swole Scream.
Nice. Miguel, why is Starscream the best?
He's got an incredible fashion sense.
He does. He knows how to change.
Between sometimes rocking those shoulder pads, the crown and the cape, other times rocking those nice stilettos with those like knee spikes. Always, and then sometimes his nails finely manicured. Like he's just very well put together.
Yeah. Starscream is great. I think we can agree on that. Random quote of the week. Dan is not here. Anyone got a random quote of the week? Because I've been trying and I got nothing.
Me, Grimlock. Me, King.
Okay, that's random.
And you know what? It's relevant because Grimlock is in Wave 3.
Yep.
I got nothing better.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if my brother is around here. I'll have him go do his Grimlock.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll try to do mine. Me, Grimlock. No, bozo. Me, Grimlock King. Or something like that.
He's coming. He's coming, guys.
No, I got my Grimlock voice ready while he's coming. Me Grimlock no bozo. Me Grimlock King.
Me, Grimlock. Me, King.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Might have had the mic a little close to his mouth there.
You might have. Just
like right next to his lips.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Anyway.
So I apologize if anyone is deaf now.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Yeah.
We should put a warning in the description for that timestamp.
Maybe.
I'm not even kidding.
Maybe.
That's my big brother, ladies and gentlemen, and others.
Yay. Anyway, moving on to the thing that has been talked about very much a bit that I've been saying is coming up. And it's this week's mascot. And it is Studio Series Bisque. And thanks to Miguel, we actually have a photo of what a Studio Series Bisque.
I just tweeted it out too.
His great Photoshop skills have been, however, could not have been a thing if it was not for Jared thinking of how a Studio Series Bisque would come to exist.
You say skills, that's a very crude Photoshop.
Dude, those are stats. I couldn't do that. Not in a billion years.
I mean, the arms look really good.
Yeah. The only thing that's wonky is the head.
It's not like there was another Bisque head to go around.
Exactly.
So it's...
Oh my god, the vehicle mode!
You did a vehicle mode?
He did! Dude, put it in the group text. I need that in the group text so I can tweet it out. Oh my god.
No, I gotta send it to Eric first.
You gotta.
Eric was freaking out.
I got a glimpse of it. Oh my god. I gotta take my headset off. I gotta laugh at this.
We can still hear you.
I love it! It's great.
It's amazing.
Oh my god.
Someone make
cured
this a
me.
reality. Someone
That
make
cured me.
someone out there make this toy reality, and Miguel also
Yes.
make a Steel City Bots version of Bisque for this, if you can.
I need a style guide to know the right colors.
That is very true. Then the only colors we know are the head. Eric, give Miguel a color guide for Bisque, for Steel City Bots Bisque.
It's CB.
Yep. But yeah, Studio Series Bisque. He's great. Go check the Twitter. You'll see it. But that's blah, 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 blah. This transition was bad. Miguel, what else is on Nerdy Geek Talk this week?
Hell if I know. Eric's the one who writes this section.
There was supposed to be an episode of Anime Overdrive, but Eric is holding it ransom until we record another one for the loop.
Okay.
So, if you want the new episode of Anime Overdrive, pester Eric on Twitter.
No.
He'll give it to us, hopefully.
No. Don't pester Eric. Pester the Anime Overdrive peeps to get an episode recorded.
Well, I want to hear my beautiful voice on the fine. This is kind of on me. I still need to watch the anime we're doing. So.
Or pester everyone. Pester everyone.
Pester everyone on Twitter. That works.
That's obviously how it works. I'm checking really quick to see what's on because I don't think there was anything this week besides us.
Yep.
I don't think so.
So go watch the last episode of Steel City Bots.
I know personally for Misaligned we couldn't because Zeus his laptop's out in the shop, so and I think Jared was busy as well, so that couldn't happen. I don't know about anything else going on, to be fair, but there shall hopefully be stuff going on out. Hopefully. But that's all up to Eric and them. But despite but why am I stumbling over my words? But if you want to check out this podcast and all the other podcasts on Nerdy Geek Talk, you can check us out on YouTube as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts, including Podbean, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, something else. I just need to ask Eric to write me down a list so whenever I have to run a show that I know what I'm talking about when I'm saying about all of these podcast places. But there are plenty of podcast places, and we are on pretty much all of them. I think I've heard Spotify doing podcasts now, but we're not there unless we are, and Eric hasn't told us. But pretty much anywhere you'd hear podcasts, you can hear us. And again, we are also on YouTube, so go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes.
You can also follow us on Nerdy Geek Talk on Twitter to get updates on all of the podcasts on Nerdy Geek Talk. But as for Steel City Bots, you can follow Steel City Bots on Twitter as well as Instagram, where a lot of funny photos are posted. I admittedly am the one that posts them, though Eric says they are funny, so I'm just going to say what he has said about my posts. That's all for Nerdy Geek Talk Steel City Bots. And as for our host, Jared, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Jared Procode. That's where I'm at basically all the time. So if you want to get a hold of me, that's your best bet. Christabella, where can people find you?
I have 2 Twitters. My main, which is 18 and plus only for not safe for work content, is at Shinigeki.ass. That's where I'm at most of the time when I'm not at work and even when I am. The one where you can follow me if you don't want to have your timeline ruined in public is at Soza Productions. I'm not on there very often, but I will see it if I ever get any like mentions or anything there. So on either account, feel free to just say hi or send me some questions or ask me how the kids are doing or just tell me I'm annoying, because I am, and I love it. and I love annoying people. So that's and I have a YouTube account, Sonozawa Productions, which I can't say this every time. I need to get more stuff on it. I just have as I'm sure some people have noticed, I have a bad habit of procrastinating important things.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's me.
Miguel, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at Logos Minor. What's been going on there lately?
I don't think a whole
Not
lot.
much. Probably mostly just retweets. I've been busy, mostly with games lately.
Oh, I have one more thing I want to say before the episode is over.
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Happy Pride Month to all of those.
To any and all who are of that variety, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Yes.
just you do you.
Yes.
Be
Definitely.
awesome. Be yourself. And all hail Lesbianistan.
Yes. Yes. Happy Pride Month to all. And I still
Well, good night.
I have to give my spiel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because normally I do it first, but I did everyone else first instead of me this time. So for me, Soundjack, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Soundjack426. My YouTube channel is predominantly a toy review. It has been quiet, unfortunately, recently, in terms of toy reviews, but there is going to be a new Soundjack's Rambles podcast coming out tomorrow, talking about all of the Pokemon news that has been happening recently. If you are into Pokemon, you should check that out, since that also includes Christabel and Miguel on that, as well as Alyssa from the Anime Overdrive podcast. I also recently put out a short called The Newest Dinobot, which I had been working on for months, and was actually, I was using features like Twinferno from Robots in Disguise that I actually had bought for Eric, and I was holding hostage until I finished that short. So go check that out. I will also, probably not getting out tomorrow, but hopefully Wednesday, I will finally be posting my 250 subscriber special, which is not a Q&A because no one ever submitted questions, so it's just going to be a collection tour. But that's my YouTube, Instagram. I post pictures of my toys on there. And Twitter, it's where I hang out. So come on over and say hi. And that is it for all of us here. So until next time, bye.
Bye, Nara.
Bye-bye.